now, here are the Manley Wildcat team members. Number 10, junior, Roy Spearman. Number 12, senior, Reno Singleton. Number 13, senior, Darren Washington. Number 20, junior, Timothy Anderson. Number 21, junior, Leonard Jones. Number 22, junior, Ronald Washington. Number 32, senior, Roy Humphrey. And now, the starting lineup for the Manley Wildcats. Number 33 at forward, 6'3", senior, Tommy Edwards. Number 34, forward, 6'6", junior, Vincent Johnson. Number 52 at center, 6'9", junior, Russell Cross. Number 15 at guard, 6'4", senior, John Ellis. Number 44 at guard, 5'8", senior, David Little. And the coach of the Manley Wildcats, Willie Little. Here now are the cheerleaders for the Manley Wildcats. And now, here are the Quincy Blue Devils team members. Number 4, senior, Steve Sandercock. Number 10, sophomore, John Lepper. Number 12, junior, Chuck Robinson. Number 20, sophomore, Mike Payne. Number 24, freshman, Bruce Douglas. Number 42, senior, Scott McGaffey. Number 44, senior, Tom Cisna. And now, the starting lineup for the Quincy Blue Devils. Number 14, at forward, 6'1", senior, Steve Ball. Number 32, at forward, 6'2", senior, Keith Douglas. Number 34, center, 6'2", senior, John Bloom. Number 3, at guard, 5'7", senior, Mike Rudd. Number 30, at guard, 5'10", senior, Doug Reed. And the coach of the Quincy Blue Devils, Jerry Leggett. And now, here are the cheerleaders for the Quincy Blue Devils. The floor officials are John Bittner and official Dave Carnegie. Well, there you have the starting lineups for the two teams. Both of the teams, the starting lineups again for Manley. It's Edwards, Johnson, Cross, Ellis, and Littles. And it's Ball, Douglas, Bloom, Rudd, and Reed for Quincy. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification.
WCIA Champaign, W49AA Springfield.
They are just about ready to jump at the center point, and here with the exciting play-by-play is Tom Kelly.
All right, it'll be Russell Cross, number 52, uncontested with the tip. Picking it up is Ellis. Manley in the black uniforms, trimmed in red. Mark of 28-2. Willie Little is their coach. Quincy in the white, trimmed in blue. A very small basketball team set up in a zone defense. Cross-court pass. Ellis looks underneath, flips it back out on top to Littles, over to Ellis again, to Littles, on the side to Edwards. Baseline for Cross, off his hand out of bounds. Jerry Leggett, the coach at Quincy, told Jack Rosenberg, and during warm-ups he said, "I can't believe it. Every time I've come down here, I've sat in B or C, which is up near the roof, and here I am on the floor. Turnaround is up and no good, and Cross has the rebound. Oh, he's a big man. Flips it over to Littles, and David Littles in the backcourt. 35-foot pass, underneath, shooting, scoring, Cross, 2-0 Manley. Manley leads 2-0 on the bucket by Cross. Rudd with the ball from long range. Quincy's outside shooter. Steve Ball ties the game at 2. Game is tied at 2. On the attack, Manley, and a lot of pressure on the ball. Underneath to Cross. Swings in the lane, little 3-footer. Cross makes it 4-2 in favor of Manley. Trying to get underneath and putting the shot up is Bloom. Bloom, number 34, is 6'2". He must have thought he got locked in a forest underneath. Intercepts the ball. Flips it over to Reed. His jump shot for 2. Boy, they're quick.
They are quick, and they can all shoot. And there's their famed ball press.
Over the timeline, and a foul will be called on Quincy. Putting the pressure on number 30. That's Reed, and he picks up the first foul.
That's the first against Quincy.
There you have Leggett, the coach of the Quincy Blue Devils. Got a great sense of humor. Manley with the ball. Underneath, shot is up and good. Give the bucket to Tommy Edwards, his first. And it's now 6-6. We're all tied. Quincy with the ball. Back out on top of the key. The smallest man on the court, Mike Rudd. 8-6 in favor of Quincy.
Well, they're not going to penetrate too much against all that height, but if they can keep shooting like that, I tell you, that's something.
Foul will be called on Ball. That's his first. Check that Quincy lineup for you again. They're in blue. Ball is 14, Douglas 32, Bloom 34, Rudd 3, and Reed 30. With the ball, Manley. And over the timeline, top of the key, Littles. Over to Ellis. Shot partially blocked. But an unfriendly bounce. Rebound Quincy. Rudd throws it 60 feet. Underneath, driving, scoring. Beautiful fast break by Douglas. 10-6, Quincy. Boy, they're small, and are they quick.
Are they ever.
Ellis in the backcourt. Over the timeline. With it is Edwards. Free throw line underneath, shooting and scoring, Johnson.
And I'll tell you, that Manley isn't slow, Tom. For a big team, they move.
But they do. Out of the backcourt with the ball. Douglas for Quincy. Flips it over to Rudd. 10-8 in favor of Quincy. Long range jump shot for 2 by Ball. 12-8. Ball's got 4. In the backcourt, the ball saved, thrown back, saved again. No, out of bounds on the far side. A valiant effort by Johnny Ellis, but he couldn't hang on. Jerry Leggett up, coaching in front of us. Boy, he's wrapped up in this one, isn't he? 30-0, the only unbeaten team in this field of 8. Quincy, they've got the ball. With it is Douglas, back out on top. Reed, shot from the side, rebound. Douglas throws it right back into the hands of Ellis of Manley. 2-on-2. Ellis drives, shoots, charging foul on Ellis. In their last 7 games, Manley has averaged 86 points a game.
All right, let's look at John Ellis as he dribbles down the floor. It goes right over the top of Doug Reed. No question about it, charging. Quincy ball out of bounds, and here they come, Tom.
12-8 in favor of Quincy. They've got the ball in the corner. Rudd alone, shooting, short, rebound, bat in the air. Ellis up with the ball for Manley. Ellis brings it up out of the backcourt, looking for Littles. And traveling is called on Ellis, and the ball will be out of bounds to Quincy. Edwards, Johnson, Cross, Ellis, and Littles. That's the 5 on the floor for Manley. This is Mike Rudd. He flips it over to Reed. Underneath, shooting, missing, but a rebound by Bloom. Puts it up, and a whistle. He was fouled. Neither Bloom nor Douglas could score underneath.
All right, let's watch Bloom now as he goes to work on the other side. Really battling Vincent Johnson. Goes up again with a power move, and Johnson does foul him. He's on the line. Shooting 2. John Bloom shooting 2.
For Johnson, the foul was his first. Second team foul against Manley. Manley. And Bloom, with 2 points so far, at the line, a 67% free throw shooter. 13-8 in favor of Quincy.
All right, now, Tom, if he scores this, he's going to set up in that famous Collinsville ball press. He didn't. Oh, he's going to do it. Back to bounce.
14-8, Quincy. Ellis in the middle. Little's over the timeline. Lobs it underneath and off the fingertips of Edwards and Johnson and out of bounds to Quincy.
Well, there's a secret play. One hand on top of the other. The old pancake. Well, they are lined up differently in a stack offense.
Yeah, got them stacked on each side. 2 and 2 in the middle. Turned around by Douglas. Rebound, Reed. Battle for the rebound, a scramble underneath. We've got a foul called. It'll be against Ball, number 14.
All right, Steve Ball is guilty here of getting a little bit too much position on this offensive board. Didn't look that bad, though, on the replay, did it?
No, it didn't. With the ball, Ellis in the backcourt. Over to Edwards. Edwards over the middle to Littles, driving. Shoves it underneath. It is grabbed back by Johnson. Saved by him. 14-10 as Manley gets back in this one. Trailing by 4 with 3:25 to go in the first period. The winner will meet Bennett Academy in our second game tomorrow afternoon. Bennett knocking Lockport Central out of the ranks. Reed, about 25 feet. Rebound, ball, and the ball batted away and out of bounds to Quincy. Nobody out there for Quincy bigger than 6'3", and they jump like they're 6'10". Underneath, the tip is up and no good. And a foul will be called on Douglas. That's his first. And the 14th foul against the Blue Devils.
Let's watch Keith Douglas, probably their premier player. He really goes up. He skies, but he did make contact.
In the backcourt, Ellis with the ball looking for Littles. Instead finds Edwards. We've got a whistle and a traveling violation or a foul. Maybe a foul on Ellis. It is.
Well, I guess Ellis charged on that zone press, Tom.
That's his second foul. Johnson has one. Reed with the ball, top of the key, left side to Douglas, back to Reed. Pass in, batted away, picked up by Cross. To Little. Here comes Manley. Little, free throw line jumper. Nice arch. Tip is all Cross for 2.
Oh, my goodness, and he's a junior, Tom.
14-12. Yes, I heard the coach say, I thought he was a senior. I thought he was a junior. In the corner, Douglas for Quincy. Back out to Ball, back to Rudd. He's got 4.
He doesn't have a picture shot, but it's a soft shot.
If it gets on the ring, it just kind of sits there and hangs around until it finds nothing but air under it and falls through. Ellis double team. Pass down the floor, grabbed by Edwards. Back out to Littles. His shot deflected underneath, grabbed off by Reed. Reed travels. Reed travels. Coming in the game for Quincy will be Bruce Douglas. Comes in replacing Reed. So we have the Douglas brothers in there now. Keith Douglas, Bruce Douglas, Manley with the ball, Little. I should say Littles over to Ellis. 20-footer. Rebound underneath is grabbed by Johnson. He flips it back out to Littles.
Johnson and Cross do a nice job inside. They just crisscross with each other, and he got called for fouling.
He did. He turned and banged right into the defender, Bloom, who's giving away 7 inches to Cross. Cross picks up his first foul, the ball out of bounds. We've got 1:41 to go, first period, 16-12 Quincy. Can they be unbeaten after the game tonight? Can they be unbeaten and win the state tournament tomorrow? First things first. And the first thing is Manley. Rudd along with Douglas. Now Bloom. A little delay offense, spreading the court. Manley's in a man-to-man defense. Pass to Douglas. Down the side to Douglas. Back to Douglas as they play catch. Down the side to Ball.
I think they'd like to isolate Douglas inside against Cross and let him go to work against the big guy.
Ball in the corner for Quincy to Douglas. Minute to go, first period. 16 to 12 in favor of Quincy.
There he goes.
Douglas, top of the key. Cross backs up. Ball comes back out to Douglas. Back to Douglas, top of the circle. Gives it back to Rudd near midcourt. Over to Douglas. Double team to Rudd. In the middle to Douglas. Over to Rudd. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Into Keith Douglas. Free throw line. Flips it back out to Rudd. Into Keith Douglas. Top of the key. Back to Bruce Douglas. Right side to ball. Bruce Douglas. In the middle to Keith. 12 seconds. Keith Douglas, high arching. Boy, that is patience. 18 to 12. 3 seconds. Littles. Off the top of the board. There's the end of the first quarter. Quincy, 18. Manley, 12.
At Monical's, we serve a...
Quincy's hitting 8 of 16, 50%. Now let me tell you, Manley's got 6 of 11, 54%. There's Willie Little, the Manley coach. He's got his shirt off, doing some heavyweight coaching. I should say he's got his coat off and his shirt's on.
That is heavyweight.
Cross with the tip. Manley's got the ball. Little's in the middle. Feeding, shooting, scoring. Edwards. 18 to 14 for Edwards, his first bucket. In the backcourt, Douglas over the timeline.
A little full court press by Manley now.
Underneath, right side, Bruce Douglas, turned around, blocked, foul on Cross. That's his second.
Let's watch Bruce Douglas as he gets the feed. Turns, pivots, Cross goes up. No need to foul with that height. Doesn't look like it, but I'm sure he got him with the body.
At the free throw line is Bruce Douglas. 65% free throw shooter.
Hey, when Quincy misses anything, foul shot or outside shooting, that's something.
Douglas gets his first point. 19-14, the Blue Devils over Manley's Wildcats. Ellis in the backcourt with the ball.
Hey, they can exploit Cross down the floor, I think, if they'll just look.
Edwards to Johnson, back to Edwards, who drops it to Ellis. To Littles. 1-2-2 zone set up by Quincy. Baseline, traveling is going to be called against Johnson. Turnover, ball out of bounds to Quincy. Coming into the game for Manley, number 22.
Ronald Washington, number 22.
Ball underneath. 21-14, Quincy. Ball has got 6. Ellis to Washington. Back to Ellis. Manley with the ball, down by 7. Biggest lead anybody's had in the game. Lob under to Cross, turn around. Rebound is grabbed by Douglas, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Manley underneath.
All right, let's see how Manley commits this foul. I know the ball's going up. It looks like Ronald Washington, I believe, over the back. And they're in the bonus, so Quincy's going to shoot the 1-and-1.
Keith Douglas, a 73% free throw shooter. Boy, Quincy is some quick basketball team.
I think the quickest down here, Tom, no question about it. They are the quickest.
Douglas has 5 points, 22-14, 8-point lead, Quincy's Blue Devils. This is the 23rd appearance by Quincy in the state tournament. Rebound, and Bloom has it. Out of the corner, ball shooting, missing, rebound comes down to Tommy Edwards. Edwards to Littles. Littles passing over to Ellis, baseline jumper. Rebound tip. Here come the Blue Devils, 3 on none. Douglas couldn't hang on. jumps it from the baseline. Rebound is off to Washington. Long pass across, traveling.
Well, they had the idea, but the pass was too long. I think Manley ought to operate a little bit more in the middle and then turn and look. These sidelines are killing him right now.
In the backcourt, Bruce Douglas for Quincy. 22-14, the Blue Devils lead. The Wildcats of Manley. In the middle, underneath, driving, shooting, scoring, Keith Douglas.
Floyd Brown just shaking his head over here.
This kid, Keith Douglas, he has all the moves. He jumps. He looks like a college ball player.
Underneath, Rudd can't get it away from Cross. He's got it, and they'll call it technical. Jerry Leggett is up.
Well, here's the feed to big Russell Cross. No question. One step. He dunks, but he hangs on the rim. You cannot do that. Technical foul.
At the free throw line will be Ball. 25-16. A 9-point lead for Quincy. And, of course, the Blue Devils get the ball out of bounds after the tee. And it'll be ball inbounding. Inbound pass to Rudd. Rudd all the way. Traveling.
Well, let's watch little Rudd as he dribbles out. They all kind of forget about him here. One heck of a job, except he took one too many steps.
Cross would have been called for goaltending because he was above the rim tapping it away. Pass in the middle to Washington. Over on the side to Edwards. Manley with the ball, but Quincy's got the lead. In the middle, poked away. And a foul is going to be called on Bloom, his first of Quincy. That's Coach Jerry Leggett. Very much involved. He's up and down the sidelines in his natty sport coat and his Blue Devil towel.
I'd say that he's the nattiest dresser for this session.
Rebound on the miss, grabbed by Bloom. 5:30 to go in the half. Quincy leading 25-16. Bruce Douglas to Bloom. In the middle, underneath, Keith Douglas missing. Whistle and a foul will be called on Tommy Edwards.
Once again, Manley makes a little defensive mistake. There's the feed into Keith Douglas, and he goes up on a big power move, and Tommy Edwards, no question about it, fouls him. Keith Douglas on the line, shooting two.
These kids are so well coached. They have their patterns. They have their offensive plays. They run their picks. They set up. They're a fine ball team.
Douglas has got 8 points.
Can they shoot?
Douglas, that is. 26-16, 10-point lead, Quincy. 27. An 11-point advantage for the Blue Devils. Littles, free throw line, passing off, whistle. Foul will be called on Bloom, and that's his second.
All right, Bloom is going to come up here. We'll see the action. Off this zone press. There's Jerry Leggett right there. Watch Bloom now. A little too aggressive on this zone press. Fouls David Littles.
So Mike Payne comes on to replace Bloom, who just went out. Payne's number 20, standing in the right-hand corner of your screen. Now coming in, number 20, Timothy Anderson. Going out, Ellis. That'll be a change for the Manley Wildcats. At the free throw line is David Littles. Rebound comes off in the hands of Bruce Douglas. Over the timeline. Douglas fires it underneath for Rudd. There's nobody there. Inbounding the ball, Anderson for Manley gives it to Littles. Littles pass intercepted, grabbed by Ball. Ball driving, 18-footer. 29-16, 13-point lead, Quincy. When you're hot, you're hot. On the side, Edwards, Littles, Anderson. In the middle, turned around by Washington for 2. 29-18. Quincy leading by 11. Biggest margin a moment ago, 13. Rudd bounces it off his knee, but it's picked up by Payne. Back to Rudd.
What a little rascal that guy is.
31-18. Quincy by 13 again. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the half. Edwards cross court to Anderson. 15-footer. 31-20. 11-point lead. Quincy. Inbound pass comes to Keith Douglas. Double teamed at the midcourt line. Gives to Rudd. Rudd cross court to Bruce Douglas. Back out to Rudd. 3:49 to go. Oh, we've got a collision between Mike Payne and big Russell Cross, and Payne's guilty of an offensive foul. Out of bounds. The ball goes to Manley. Getting ready to come in for Quincy is Chuck Robinson.
Into the Quincy lineup, number 12, Robinson.
Tom, this anticipation that Quincy has on this ball press is amazing. They just seem to know where that ball is going.
Washington puts it up and scores it. He's got 4 points. 31-22. Quincy's lead is down to 9. They led by 13 moments ago. 3:25 to go in the first half. Keith Douglas will be back in the ball game in a minute for Quincy. Robinson has it now for the Blue Devils. Flips it over to Payne. Payne back to Ball. Ball gives it to Bruce Douglas. Back out to Rudd. Rudd to Payne, breaking underneath. Oh, goaltending on Cross. Payne gets the bucket. Oh, my.
Okay, let's watch Quincy now as they attack this man-to-man defense now. They move, they hit Payne going down the middle there. No question about it. Cross goaltending.
Cross was a foot above the rim as he swept that away.
Coach Willie Littles has gone straight man-to-man now.
Pass intercepted. Keith Douglas. Beautiful feed for Payne. A bouncer a bit low, and Payne couldn't scoop it up. Back into the ball game comes Doug Reed, going out his Ball. Quincy leads by 11. Biggest margin was 13. 2:54 to go in the half. Littles in the backcourt. In the middle, threw it away. Intercepted by Keith Douglas. Douglas to Payne from the side.
And Willie Littles wants a timeout.
I can't blame him. Timeout, 2:39 to go. Quincy 35, Manley 22.
Alex.
Get a nice pass over to Payne. Watch him put it up. Plays it off the glass just like a veteran.
Excellent touch on his part. Held up nicely.
Manley will inbound the ball. Ellis back in the ball game, gives it to Littles. Littles lobs over the line to Ellis. Double team, trap, down the sidelines to Washington. Underneath, batted away. Steal by Keith Douglas. Douglas brings it down the far side in the corner. Rudd can't find the handle. It's out of bounds to Manley. At halftime, after we've seen all of the teams now, Manley and Quincy, the last two on the bill of fare today, Jack has his coach's circle. I'm going to see if I can get in there and stick my oar in and find out who's going to win this thing. Gets him to make a prediction. Littles, down with it, doing a toe dance was Ellis, and Manley throws it away again. Bloom picks it up this time. Gives it over to Keith Douglas, and he gives it back to Rudd. Reed flips it over to Douglas, to Keith Douglas. Back out on top to Bloom, to Rudd. Over to Reed, in the middle. Going to be an offensive foul called on the play, and you see the drive right up the middle. Looks like Douglas had a 1st and 10 in mind when he charged up the middle. The foul on Douglas is his second. Manley with the ball. In the middle to Ellis. Passing under. Slamming it in. Cross. Cross has got 10. It is 35-24. Quincy by 11. Biggest margin 13 twice. Inbound pass to Reed. Reed looked as though he didn't want to bring it up the floor. He was looking for Rudd, but unmolested, he comes up over the timeline. Minute 25 to go. First half, Quincy's been in front from the opening bucket, 2-0. Whistle and a foul away from the ball, and a foul will be called on Douglas. And Keith Douglas suddenly has 3 fouls now. And he'll be taken out, and coming into the game will be Ball to replace him for Quincy.
Has a lot of bench strength too, evidently, Tom. He gets a lot of help out of these kids he's been putting in, but he cannot afford to lose Douglas.
In the middle, Douglas going for the ball, and I think we've got a foul on Manley, and the foul is going to be called on Johnson, his second. Manley fouls Bruce Douglas, and he's at the line. Minute 11 to go, first half, and Quincy's up by 11 points. Quincy plays like Coach Leggett set their tennis shoes on fire. I tell you, they've got the quickest feet. Cross high for the rebound on the missed attempt. Holding it, drops it off to Littles. Littles quickly on the attack. Underneath, Ellis missing, and we've got a foul called on Manley. It'll be on Ellis.
Well, let's watch the pass over to Ellis now. Ellis gets the ball, goes on the drive, but you can see, I believe that's little Mike Rudd really holds his ground. Ellis does not make the basket either. A very costly play, sending Mike Rudd to the line, 1-1.
And Ellis has 3 fouls, leaves the game, and Timothy Anderson, number 20, is checked in for Manley. Rudd's free throw is good. He's got 7 points, the little guy, 5'8".
That's the kind of free throw he made against Joliet Catholic to win the super sectional game. A ball that just got over the rim.
36-24, 12-point lead. Quincy, Manley's got the ball. Little's in the backcourt. Double team between traffic. Look at him go, and a foul is going to be called. It'll be on Quincy, and the foul will be on Rudd, his first.
All right, let's watch David Littles this time as he pounds his way down the court, but this time Mike Rudd does not hold his ground. You see, he moves over, moves underneath, no question. David Littles to the line now, 1-1.
Ball has come out, and Mike Payne is back in for Quincy, number 20. At the free throw line is David Littles. Rebound, batted about, and Payne picks it up for Quincy. Gives it to Bloom, triple team. Over to Rudd. Rudd triple team. And loses the ball. I'll put the ball to Johnson. Johnson. Anderson passing for Cross. Couldn't hang on.
Well, they are so conscious of the speed of Quincy. They dare not take their eye off the ball. They're looking at the man. Cross had visions of stuffing that one, too.
And Quincy turns it over as Reed's pass goes through Bloom's hands. And with 28 seconds to go in first half play, both teams turning it over. Littles.
That's the play they got it.
Oh, wow. Cross right at the rim.
Cross hit his hand on the backboard. He's got some fingers that are hurting right now.
I can believe it. 36-26. Quincy by 10. And Cross was right at the rim. In fact, he smacked into the board. Underneath, traveling, no basket.
Yeah,
Rudd was caught for
really hurting, Tom.
Yes, he is. Cross has apparently hurt his left hand. Keeps shaking that left hand. Manley has the ball, 3 seconds, about a 60-footer, over the board, over everything, except the Geneseo High School band. We've not had the buzzer yet, although the clock shows no time left. As soon as the ball is in.
Talents of Russell Cross, their big man underneath. It'll be interesting to see if they try to go to him a bit more here in the second half. The horn is blown. Pretty soon the both of the teams will be taking the court again. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Willie Little's strategy will be with the Manley ball team. He just looks very serious with these guys, and you can tell that he has control. Every time they make a mistake, they all kind of look out the corner of their eye over to see what the coach is saying or thinking at this particular time. They've now taken center court out there. We're about ready for jump ball for the second half, and here with the play-by-play is Tom Kelly.
It'll be big. Russell Cross at 6'9" against Keith Douglas. Douglas is not really contested. Cross has the tip. Up with the ball. Edwards of Manley gives the ball back to Littles. His pass can't be saved, and Ellis loses it off his hands and over the sidelines, and the turnover will give the ball to Quincy. It'll be Rudd inbounding the ball, and Reed. Rudd brings it up out of the backcourt. 10-point lead for Quincy. Their biggest margin, 13 on a couple of occasions. Rudd in the corner to Ball. Ball passing it. Beautiful turnaround. Oh, that'll stay in. That'll stay in. Douglas picks up his 12th point as he gets the 2 to open up this second half. Nearly an interception. Ball is saved. With it is Edwards. Jump shot for 2. Edwards gets 2. So Douglas gets 2, Edwards gets 2 to start the second half, and it's 38-28. Still a 10-point lead for Quincy. Rudd with the ball for the Blue Devils. In the corner to Ball. Ball puts it into Douglas. Turnaround from the baseline. Rebound, Bloom underneath. Great position by Bloom. 40-28, 12-point lead again as Quincy's out on top over Manley. The winner goes against Bennett Academy. And according to a 1973 championship coach, he said the winner of this game wins the tournament. Cross in close, missing, rebound, score. He's got 14. 40-30. Manley trailing by 10. Quincy's been on top for the whole game. But can they hang on, hold on against a talented basketball team that has made it a habit to come from behind in big games? That'd be Manley. Reed out of the corner. Rebound, Bloom battling, no. Losing it, right there, scoring it is Douglas as he was Johnny on the spot. 42-30 as Johnson had the rebound, lost it, and Douglas took advantage to get the easy 2.
Not only are they quick, but their minds are quick, Tom. They just have a nose for the ball.
Littles underneath, his pass, shooting, scoring, Johnson. See whether he gets the bucket. Bucket's good, and he picks up the foul.
Okay, let's watch Johnson now. Nice pass. Johnson's going to go to the basket. Goes in. Douglas, good position again. Johnson runs him down. Basket's good.
Bloom is coming out of the game, and Payne is in for Quincy. 42-32.
Manley's press not bad itself. Straight man-to-man.
Reed over the timeline, top of the key, right side, baseline, Ball. He's got 11. 44-32. Both teams shooting well at half. Quincy was shooting over 50%. Manley was shooting 61%. If you can feature a team shooting that well and being down by 10. In the lane, turnaround is no good by Edwards. Ball is tipped back out, and Rudd brings it up the floor for the Blue Devils. Look at the little guy go. He fired it underneath, right through Payne's hands and right into the arms of the official.
As it turned out, Rudd should have taken the shot.
Inbounding the ball will be Edwards. He gets it back, and Tommy Edwards, a 6'3" senior, still in the backcourt against that zone trap. Up the floor, Littles nearly loses it. Ball on the floor, and Littles gets it back. Falling down with it was Johnson. Manley still has it somehow.
I don't know how.
I don't either. Ellis from the baseline gets his first bucket of the evening. 44-34. Quincy by 10. I tell you, the Wildcats did everything with the ball but let the air out of it, and they still maintained possession. Reed with it. Watch. 10-point lead for Quincy. Most coaches will tell you never have enough points. You never have too many.
Somehow you get the feeling in this game against Manley that you can't have too many, and that's a good reason.
Oh! Cross had the slam dunk, and mindful, I think, of the technical for hanging on the rim, and maybe bothered by a sore left hand. He came up empty. Oh, the embarrassment of it all. What a shame. Rudd. Bad pass. Tipped in the backcourt. They say that Ellis got some of it as well as Reed saves it. Could have been an over and back. Keith Douglas in the corner. Manley playing with a little more aggressiveness. Douglas follows, gets the ball, puts it in. 46-34. Manley down by 12. Quincy on top. The Blue Devils trying to make it an unbeaten perfect year. Valiant try, crossed the way. Reed tears half a broadcast row apart as he goes into the row of radio broadcasters across the way. With the ball, Edwards underneath, high lob to Johnson, threw it over the rim, got his own rebound. Ellis.
Beautiful.
Ellis has got 4, 46-36. Quincy's lead is 10. Keith Douglas in the backcourt, over to Rudd, the little guy. Or can he handle that ball? In the middle to Payne. Payne to Ball, beautiful fake. Oh, what a fake by Ball.
You think he hit Cross up in the rafters? He certainly did.
Cross could have changed one of the lights up there at the top of the assembly hall. He was up that high. Didn't call a foul on Douglas, and that is his 4th. Bloom comes in for Payne. Douglas gets his 4th foul.
Well, I think Jerry's going to have Douglas out of there. I think I would at this stage.
I would too. They've got to check on that foul. It is his 4th. They've called a timeout. Quincy, 48. Manley, 36. Well, Willie Little, the Manley coach, very much involved in this one. Probably telling his ball club, hey, we've been down by worse than 12 points before. (48-36). Quincy leading by 12. Douglas is out of the game. He's got 4 fouls, and Douglas is the high point man for this Quincy basketball team with a total of 15 points. Ball will be out of bounds, across the way, and it'll be Ellis for Manley to inbound the ball. That's Little's right with him.
Quincy still in their 1-2-2 zone.
Long range jump shot is no good by Edwards. Rebound in the corner. Ball has it. And he's double teamed. Up to Rudd. Rudd passing in the corner. Bruce Douglas. Back out to Rudd. Batted away. Saved by Manley's Johnson. Underneath. Driving. Foul is going to be called against Bloom of Quincy, and that's his 3rd, as up the middle went Littles.
All right, watch David Littles here. He's on a tear. He's nice interception. Kind of a controversial call here, I assume. John Bloom kind of looks like he held his position. I'm glad I wasn't calling that one.
Here's Payne coming into the ball game, and Bloom comes out. He's got 3 fouls. And David Littles is at the line for Manley. Yes, for all the world, it did look as though Bloom had position and took the charge. But, of course, we have the benefit of the replay, and we can do the second guessing. The official's got to call it right now.
You bet your life. It's easy, that hindsight.
Free throw by Littles is his 1st point of the evening. 48-37. Quincy leads by 11. Biggest margin, 13. They've been hanging on at 10 and 12 points for most of this 3rd period. We've got 2:55 to go. Big Russell Cross drifts into the backcourt. Rebound grabbed by Payne. 48-37. Quincy with the ball and a lead of 11. Rudd driving, shoves it underneath. Douglas blows the trip shot. Rebound to Manley. Lead pass to Ellis. Stop. 48-39, and Manley now is underneath, double figures in the middle. Ball driving down, fouled by Littles, his 1st. Timeout with 2:29 to go in the 3rd period. Quincy 48, Manley 39. This is a very talented and acrobatic group of cheerleaders. They're from Quincy High School, and there you see their names.
Well, Tom, I'm about ready for my annual cheerleader pick. That I will do.
All of a sudden, you win 1 state championship, And you go from picking basketball winners to champion cheerleading squads. Is that it?
Well, it's kind of a traditional thing, you know. Doing. Can't pick the basketball winners.
Rudd underneath. In heavy traffic, flips it to Ball. Trapped against the sidelines. Needs help. Nearly lost it. Gives it to Reed on the floor. We got a jump ball.
They've got ball savvy, too. You can see him starting to go for it now.
Yeah, Floyd just made a good point. He saw the Westinghouse game, and he says this is just the way they started to roll against Westinghouse.
They being Manley, they've been down before in some big games. They've trailed here on 4 occasions by 13 points. They're down by 9 now. The tip controlled by Manley with the ball. Edwards gives it over to Littles, still in the backcourt. Long pass. Cross going to be called for a foul as he went up over the top. That's his third. The young lady doesn't agree.
Let's watch the long alley-oop pass into Cross. Idea was okay, but Cross did go over the back.
Inbound pass comes to Reed. Manley putting on its own press. To Douglas, driving down. Douglas has it slapped away, gets it back, flips it back out on top to Rudd. Minute 59 to go in this third period.
All right, here's their box. Excuse me, Tom.
All right, driving is Rudd for 2. Big basket for the Blue Devils. Their lead back up to 11 now. Minute 44. Edwards down the side to Littles. Lob across from the side. The bucket by Johnson. He's got 10. 50 to 41. 9-point lead. Quincy. Reed nearly lost it. Gives the ball to Bruce Douglas. Baseline to Payne. Back to Douglas. Rudd over to Reed.
They run kind of a one-in-a-box offense against a man-to-man. Look at that little shot.
Rudd picks up his 11th point of the night.
Doesn't look like it's going to get there.
Those are 2 big buckets by Rudd, back to back, and Quincy leads 52-41. Their advantage, 11 points. And the Quincy fans think they're #1. Well, they're unbeaten. Here's the Manley
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
There's the names.
Instructing his team on the bench, saying, doesn't that young man know that he can foul out of this game? Payne will be coming in for Bloom. Cross tipping again. 16 for the big man. 52-43. Quincy leads by 9, and the foul on Spearman.
Well, the thing about little Mike Rudd, he doesn't try merely to get the ball over the middle 10-second line. He tries to go all the way to the basket. He makes things happen. He's fully as valuable as the other guys on the team, even at 5'9".
Rudd inbounds the ball, grabbed by Reed to the baseline, cut off there. Looking for help, back out to Rudd. Over to Ball. Quincy playing keep away now with 13 seconds to go in the third period. They lead by 9. They'd like to get the last shot. Underneath, Rudd fakes, steps in, passing to Reed, puts it up from the side and hits it. Oh, boy. About a 70-foot shot that's about 20 feet short. And the third quarter ends. Quincy, 54. Manley, 43. Quincy is shooting 62%, and Manley 56%. They're burning the nets out here tonight at the Assembly Hall, and this is game 4 of quarterfinal competition.
Jerry Leggett looks like he's a little rocky in that huddle there.
Let's pause for 5 seconds for station identification.
WCIA Champaign, W49AA Springfield.
They've got Rudd to jump center court against Cross. Rudd is 5'8" and Cross is 6'9". We're going to start the 4th quarter. Cross tips it, and Ball had the ball, and he caught it going up, said the official, and it's out of bounds to Quincy. How about that? Rudd will inbound the ball, drops it off to Bruce Douglas. Douglas guarded by Edwards in the corner, right side to Rudd. Quincy with an 11-point lead. Douglas about a 10-footer. Rebound is off to Ellis. Ellis comes out of the backcourt, kicks it. Ball rolls down the floor, grabbed by Ball. Lead pass to Douglas, turnaround, short. Douglas missing, Payne missing. And the rebound is off and grabbed by Washington of Manley. Oh my. Jerry Leggett may run out there and check that basket to see if there's a lid on it. Rudd underneath, scores it, and he's fouled by Edwards. I don't think I've seen a quicker ball club in 25 years down here. We've got a timeout.
All right, let's watch little Mike Rudd. Here he goes. Nice pass. He goes right in. Puts it up left-handed. Tommy Edwards fouls.
There you see the score, 56-43, and at the free throw line will be Rudd, trying to turn it into a 3-point play. 7:21 to go, and we've got Quincy on top by 13 once again. Make it 14. That's their biggest lead, 57-43. Between traffic, down underneath, throwing it up and missing it. Littles saved by Rudd, out of bounds, Manley. Boy, that Rudd is as quick as a thought, isn't he?
And he's not even breathing hard. They must be in tremendous shape, that whole Quincy ball club.
Littles in the corner, driving Ellis for 2. Ellis has got 8 points here in the second half. 57-45, 12-point lead Quincy. A lot of pressure. Midcourt to Ball, over to Reed. Reed looked like he was going to lose the handle on it. Throws it back out to Douglas. To Rudd. Rudd's gone the whole way. Little guy, he is something. In the middle, turn around by Douglas. Beautiful move.
Went right over the top of Cross, too. Went right to him.
You can't do that without a passport. That Cross is so big. That is long distance. Look at that drive by Ellis, and he traveled with it. Spearman is coming into the game. And Littles goes out for Manley. Quincy is leading by 14, their biggest margin.
This has to be a difficult game to officiate, and they're doing a fine job. So many things are happening.
Reed in the corner to Rudd. Quincy with the ball in white. The winner meets Bennett Academy. East Moline and Maine South in the opening semifinal tomorrow. Turnaround by Payne. Over the rim. Whistle on the play. Foul will be called on Bruce Douglas, pushing off underneath.
Now let's see what happens away from the ball here. The ball is fed into Payne, but someplace along the line, Bruce Douglas comes in. Did not get good position.
Tom Cisna's coming into the ball game, number 44 for Quincy, and Rudd is coming out with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the game. Cross with it, back out on top to Spearman, right side to Ellis. Baseline jumper by Ellis. Boy, Ellis all of a sudden has got 10 points. 59-47, 12-point lead. Quincy, inbound pass comes to Douglas. He's on the attack. Fires it. Tipped by Cross, out of bounds. It'll go to Quincy. Very fortuitous move for Quincy to have Cross tip that away, because I think it would have been lost in the band otherwise. Inbounding it. Edwards kicks it back out of play. Ball trying to put it in play for Quincy. Throws it in the middle. Turn around by Douglas. Tip no good. Tip no good. Douglas has it. Cross fouls it.
Well, Douglas is the epitome of stick-to-itiveness on this effort here. One rebound, another rebound. There he goes. And there you see Cross over the back.
Douglas so far in the ball game has a total of 15 points. 6 of those in the second half. 6'2" senior. to 47.
This young man reminds me of Brian Officer of East Moline. Tom, kind of the same physique. Both jump well, both shoot well.
61-47. Again, 14 points. Rudd got the breather. Cisna comes out. Rudd's back in. 5:35 to go in this ball game. Manley's in tough. Pass in the middle, right side, driving. Ellis has got 12 second half points. 61-49. Rudd inbounds the ball to Douglas. In the middle to Douglas. Bruce Douglas driving all the way. Blocked by Cross. Stolen away. Ball gets it back. Flips it back to Payne. Back out to Keith Douglas. Flips it over to Rudd. Rudd driving. Hands off. Payne shooting, missing, rebounding. Ball has it back for Quincy. His shot rebounded by Ellis. Nope. Make it Edwards. Underneath. Ellis. Misses. Tip it back out. Picked up by Quincy's ball. Off the knee of Edwards. We're going the other way. Underneath. Washington is fouled by Rudd.
Wow.
What a wild and woolly session.
I don't even know what to say on this replay. All I know is Rudd's going to wind up fouling here.
I tell you, Leggett is having a picnic coaching this Quincy ball club. 61-49, 4:39 to go, fourth quarter timeout. Well, you're looking at the coach from Manley, Willie Little. His team is down by 12. They've trailed by as many as 14 in a wild and woolly ball game. Big Russell Cross, left hand still bothering him. Up off the bench, he's got 16. And there's Coach Jerry Leggett. Blue towel and all. Not a hair out of place. Glancing at the crowd as if to say, well, what are you going to do? We got this far.
He's a different kind of coach, isn't he?
He's beautiful. Look at him. He told Jack Rosenberg before the game, he said, isn't it great? Every time I've been here, I was sitting in the B and C seats up near the roof. And here I am down on the floor in the state tournament.
He's going to be here tomorrow, too.
Free throw is no good. Rebound is off to Ball. Quincy has the basketball. And a lead now. Douglas with it back in the game. Double team. Looking for help. Finds Payne. Payne back out to Rudd. 4:27 at the time remaining. Quincy leading by 12. And a foul will be called on Edwards, his third. Keith Douglas will go to the free throw line. Spearman is coming over to talk to Willie Little. The coach is Jerry Leggett. Instructs his team sitting on the bench. Look at him, sartorially splendid. Not a hair out of place.
I wouldn't know what to tell these guys. They are so fast, so quick. They react to everything.
Free throw is good by Douglas. He's got a total now of 18 points. Here's Bloom in and Payne out for Quincy. 62-49. You see the clock, the score, the time left in this quarterfinal contest. Awaiting the winner, Bennett Academy in our second semifinal game tomorrow. Douglas converts them both. He's got 19, 63-49. Spearman for Manley in the backcourt over to Edwards. Over the timeline at the sideline, throws it in the middle, intercepted by Rudd, the littlest guy on the floor. He plays about a foot bigger than 5'8", though, I'll tell you that. Bloom is fouled by Ellis. 4 on Ellis.
Well, there's a guy that's done a marvelous job in the public league. Manley's only been in existence 4 years, and what a program he has developed. He's knocked on the door a couple of years, and he's got every reason to be proud of this Manley ball club.
At the free throw line is Bloom. He has 6 points. .49, a 15-point lead, the biggest of the night for Quincy. Jerry Leggett says, don't foul.
Find out where he bought that jet.
Bloom gets another. He's got 8. 65-49, a 16-point advantage. And a steal by Rudd. All the way.
How did he get the ball?
67-49. Foul will be called on Bruce Douglas, his second. Well, I don't know with 3:47 left whether Manley
Let's
can
watch
come back.
Bruce Douglas here. He reaches in on number 15, John Ellis. John Ellis has really provided a nice spark for this Manley ball club. He's a very, very hard worker out there. He's come up with some key buckets.
Roy Humphrey is in for Manley. He's number 32, and Spearman is out for the Wildcats. At the free throw line is Ellis, who has 12 points, all in the second half. 13. 67-50.
These kids I know have been playing together for a number of years. That's why they play so well, but it seems that they've been playing together for at least 15 years. They're so good.
67-51. Quincy leads Manley. It'll be Rudd to inbound the ball for the Blue Devils. Inbound pass to Douglas, to Keith Douglas. Over the timeline and hurls it down the floor. Underneath, ball, shooting, scoring. Ball's got 15, 69-51, 18-point lead. That equals the biggest margin for Quincy. I doubt if Manley can come back from this one. Pass intercepted by Keith Douglas. Oh, what a ball-hawking, quick basketball team. They're everywhere. The Blue Devils.
Well, you know, there are a lot of skeptical people in the state because they haven't seen Quincy, but I'll tell you, this leaves no doubt in anybody's mind.
Ellis steals and scores. He's got 15. 69-53. Quincy leading by 16. Double team. Douglas over to Rudd. 3:02, 3 minutes left. Rudd. Ball fakes underneath. Traveling. Leggett gets up and he says, think a little bit. Think a little bit. Foul will be called on Quincy, and it'll be on Bruce Douglas, his second. No, make it his third. 2:52 to go in the game. Quincy leads by 16. Biggest lead for Quincy, 18 points. Very impressive looking basketball team. Maybe one of the smallest teams to advance this far in state tournament play. Free throw is good by Washington. He's got 5. 69-54.
You can bet Bill Geist is home watching this, probably here, trying to figure out what he can do to combat this ball club. It'll be interesting.
Rudd inbounds the ball. With it is Douglas, double teamed over to Rudd. Midcourt to Reed. Reed over to Keith Douglas. 2:45 to go. A lot of time. Big lead, 14 points for Quincy. Got to take care of the basketball. They seem to be able to do that with ease. Reed has it, and he's fouled by Washington, number 2. Quincy crowd happy to have their pictures taken, huh? 2:33 to go. Quincy by 14. Winner plays Bennett Academy.
It's been a long dry spell in a town with a great tradition for basketball.
They won it 33, I believe, with Sam Storby, the coach.
Rebound comes to Keith Douglas. Their 23rd appearance in state tournament play.
Oh, they've been here a lot.
Rudd in the corner to Bruce Douglas. It's a game of delay and keep away, and Manley trying to catch up. Manley trying to climb the biggest mountain of opposition they've had all year. One doubts if they can do it with 2 minutes to go and down by 14. And this Quincy ball club really knows what to do with the basketball. Foul will be called on Ellis, and that's his 5th. And Ellis with 15 second half points will leave the game. John Ellis, a 6'4" senior, gave it everything. Now the official board says only 3 fouls for Ellis. Is that what you have, Jack? I have him for 5. Now they've changed it, and 16 points. Is that what you have, 16? at the line, Keith Douglas. He's got 19. He's had some basketball game. 2 minutes to go. That's 20. 70 to 55. Rebound comes to Manley. Underneath. Up and good by Washington. He's got 8. 70-57. Look at that Douglas go through that crowd. And a foul will be called on Littles, who's second. Ball is in the game, and Bloom comes out with 1:41 to go.
You know, he's got more gestures than a third base coach. I wonder if they understand all those signals.
You know, I've got to believe they understand everything he says to them. Rudd makes the free throw, and the little guy's got 16. He's amazing. Misses the next, and Cross rebound. 71-57. 14-point lead for Quincy. 1:30 to go. Good drive by Tommy Edwards. He's got 6. 71-59. Foul in the backcourt by Littles. We'll have Keith Douglas going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And I think Leggett wants... No, he looked like he wanted to call a timeout, but changed his mind.
Yeah, he's just modeling that sport code.
Jerry Leggett, whose Quincy Blue Devils are 30-0. 21 points. 72-59. Jerry Leggett, he's a man with a flair, huh?
And he says no way his team can win this tournament. I'll tell you, I'd love to have his shot at it.
73-59 Quincy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Underneath the steal by Douglas. Lead pass for Rudd. Look out. 75-59. 16-point lead for Quincy again. Littles in the middle. Shot by Washington. Battle for the rebound. Douglas high in the air. And a foul will be called on, I think, Washington. We'd like to remind all of our viewers that the sponsors are glad to be able to bring you these tournament games on TV. They'd like to hear from you about our coverage. We're sure your thoughts and comments will prove helpful in the future. Drop a card or a letter. Write to Basketball, Box 95, Chicago, Illinois, 60690. Basketball, 95, Chicago, Illinois, 60690. Timeout for Quincy as the Blue Devils substitute. Quincy, 75, Manley, 59. Be sure to tune in at noon tomorrow and see the semifinal round of play. And at 7 tomorrow night, back for the championship. 3rd and 4th place, and the title game after 3rd place tomorrow. Noon and 7 p.m. Well, ball checked out of the ball game as you look at Jerry Leggett instructing his reserves and the cheerleaders for the Blue Devils at center court here at the Assembly Hall. 15 points for Ball. Douglas is at the free throw line, and already Douglas has got 22. Bloom, 8 points. 18 for Rudd. I don't know if he took Rudd out or not. Did he take Rudd out, Jack? Rudd's out with 18.
Everybody's out. He's got a fresh ball club in.
Well, he's still got Keith Douglas in, coach. He's at the line. Payne at 4, Bruce Douglas 3. Jerry Leggett, I like his style. Isn't he something?
Yeah. He's fun to talk to. They're staying at our hotel, and I tell you, they're a well-disciplined group of kids. It's a joy to be around them, and it's fun to be around Jerry Leggett. Got a kick out of reading the paper today about our mutual friend Dyke Gettleman. He Says he could do everything these kids could do but run, but we saw him out here yesterday playing 21 in horse, and I have a feeling that maybe Dyke couldn't handle it.
Of course, he was beating Ray Elliott, what he was doing. Dyke Edelman, who won more letters at Illinois than any athlete, one of the all-time premier athletes. Whatever game you could play, Dyke Edelman could play it. Douglas misses. And he sure looked good.
And working for that Branson aid. How about giving him a $10 tonight, Tom? We can use it down here at Illinois.
I understand. Underneath, a turnaround by Washington for 2. He's got 10. 75-61. 43 seconds. Steele underneath.
Good
The
ball.
shot is up and missed. Robinson picks up the foul, his first. Singleton is at the line for Manley, and Keith Douglas goes out.
Look at the replay on this. There we go. Number 12 goes up. Nice move. Fouled on the line. Reno Singleton.
Singleton at the line. Missing.
Has kind of a side saddle twist to that ball.
Douglas just checked out with 22 to lead all of the Blue Devils. Rebound underneath is grabbed off with the ball. Scott McGahee traveling. Call. Cisna called for traveling. John Lepper is in. Cisna, Robinson, Sandercock, McGahee. Those are the lads in for Quincy now. Darren Washington, number 13, is in for Manley. Shot from the side, no good on the attempt by Leonard Jones. And Jerry Leggett is saying, don't foul. Well, there was no foul. Leonard Jones was called for traveling over the end line, so it'll be Quincy to inbound the ball. The pass comes in to Sandercock.
Foul.
And he is fouled by Washington. And for Washington, that's his fourth. They say number 5, and Washington leaves the game with 10 points. Ellis fouled out with 16. Into the game is Vincent Johnson coming in now for Manley. Starting forward for the Wildcats. At the line, Sandercock. 29 seconds remain. Quincy on top, 75-61. Biggest lead was, let me check it, 18 points. To Manley's credit, the Wildcats have never quit. Down by a ton of times, they have refused to fold. Shot attempt on the steal in there by number 12, Robinson, comes up empty. Jump shot out of the corner is up and good by Darren Washington. 75-63. 5 seconds. 4. 35-footer shoved up from underneath by Lepper. No good. Gun sounds the end. 75-63 as Quincy beats Manley and moves to the semifinals. There's something. Here's Jack Burmaster.
Well, Tom, I think you've said it all. That Quincy team has made a believer out of everybody in this assembly hall. They're quick, they anticipate, they're unselfish. In Keith Douglas, they have a real fine basketball player, and he has a lot of help. However, stranger things have happened. They're facing a real tough ball club tomorrow at Bennett Academy. I wonder if they have faced the likes of Mike Lang.
Five, some on the court for